Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Real Biblically Awoke TV, with your host, Tali Israel and Jennifer Israel. So we have a little video for you guys today, guys, of this white professor saying how much they fear, the fear of black people, how much they talk about us when we're not there, when they get together, and how much we worry them, right? And when they see a white woman with a black man, what goes through their mind, how much they want to take that black man away. And you know how they did back in the slavery days, even though it was still in slavery, but it's not as bad as it was. It still is, but kind of a little bit calmer, you know, because we're closer to the Most High God time. But it's so much stuff this guy is saying in this video, and how Judge Clarence Thomas, they wish more black people would be like that Judge Clarence Thomas, right, guys? So we're not going to talk too much. I want you guys to see the video, and we're going to come back and elaborate about the video, guys. All right?
Dr. Hacker, it doesn't appear as though you really paint a very pretty picture of white people in general, insofar as you see white-black race relations. Can you expound on that, sir?
Well, interestingly, you use the phrase race relations. I don't think there are many relations between black and white people. What I would say very simply is that those of us who are born with this pigmentation have certain privileges, things we can take for granted. You know, we have the safety, the security, so we don't want to lose this. Now, this also means that, and here's the unpleasant part, that so much of our safety, security, status comes from putting down black people, saying we're not like them. We're Europeans, we're more highly evolved, you know, we've got talents they don't have. And that's where you get, you know, the flip side of this, which really is the ugly side of racism.
Mm-hmm. Well, how much does sex and sexuality really have to do with race relations, particularly between white men and black men?
Well, if you take white men and black men, let's take it two ways.
Okay.
If a white man is walking down the street and he sees a couple, a very attractive black man, really masculine, and with him a very attractive white woman, you know, very white, we'll make her blonde, you know. He looks at that woman and he wonders, this is the white man, what does she see in him? What do they do together? And it really drives him, us, up the wall, because she's a woman who could choose, you know, a white guy, but she chooses a black guy. And that really bothers us. And as a result, what we want to do is some way take that black man away, you know, because we begin to say, hey, is she having a better time with him, you know, in various ways than she can with me? And so he's competition for us, and you know how people react to competition. Now, let me give you the second aspect, because your question to me was black men and white men. Okay, take a bunch of people in my city, you know, white guys, you know, and they get together, they have some beers, and then they go to Madison Square Garden, you know, to watch the Knicks. Now, the Knicks are just about an all-black team. What are these white guys doing in the stand? Cheering on the Knicks. Here are these beautiful, glistening, hardly clad bodies, and these white guys are kind of cheering for them. Now, suppose I said to the white guy, hey, you got a thing about that? You attracted sexually to Oscar Ewing? He'd knock my teeth. Sorry, start again. You do the cutting. Oscar, you know, Oscar Ewing goes back to, he was one of Truman's bureaucrats.
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar, that's
okay.
Okay. You know, you attracted to Patrick Ewing. You know, he'd knock my teeth out. And yet, there can be some kind of erotic, you know, attraction there that no white real man would ever want to admit to. Hey, if I said to him, hey, you won the prize, you can go watch the Knicks in their shower room while they're showering, he'd really love that prize. You know, there's a lot going on here that we don't even want to bring up below from the surface. There's a real irony there, and of course it's a contradiction. And what we're saying is, you're okay on the basketball court, you know, but we don't want to have you, for example, be an executive, in an office where you have power not only over white women, but even over me too. We're very much afraid of this. And as I kept emphasizing, the fear is here. We are the dominant part of the population. And yet the real fear that we have of black people goes very deep. And you'd be amazed, I'd say this to you, maybe you wouldn't be amazed at how much we talk about you when you're not there. Again and again, we keep going on about crime and drugs and babies, and guns and so on, as if, it's driving us up the wall, but we have to keep on worrying and worrying and worrying. So, as I said in the talk, you've really got us under your control in many ways, but on the same hand, that doesn't, pay off many dividends either.
Mm-hmm. I've struggled the whole night to try to pigeonhole you in some type of political category, if you will. And I often thought of people like Rush Limbaugh and some of the real reactionary conservatives in this country. How did it react to you?
I would simply say I never indicate where I stand politically, left, right, up, down, whatever. I simply say that, and by the way, I'm a professor of political science, so I'm a student of politics. I say the way a person behaves, that's their politics. You don't have to listen to them. I don't need speeches on how I'm liberal or conservative or whatever. Now, personally, as I've said, and I'm not doing a guilt trip, or maybe I am, but that's for you to decide. I simply say I take advantages of the privileges that come with my coloration, with my racial identity and background. I go throughout the country, never have any problems. I live very nice part of the city. I go into a fancy French restaurant. I'm welcomed. So, is that my politics? Well, in many ways it is. It's
what kind of reactions do you get from some of the conservative elements? Are they in concurrence with you officially or outwardly, or how do they react to you?
Well, actually, the conservative line now among whites is the Clarence Thomas position. So they say, "Oh, Professor Hacker, you are not appreciative of all the advances. There's a bigger black middle class, and all that. In a way, conservatives talk a bit like liberals when they talk about advances that have been made. So they say, and in effect, the conservative position is, if more black people were like Clarence Thomas, and did that, then there wouldn't be a problem." And
does that mean that if more black people would act like white people? Is that what that's saying?
Well, actually, Clarence Thomas is not so much acting like white people. He's acting like the kind of black person white people want a black person to be. But then again, white liberals say, in effect, why can't you be like Colin Powell?
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Yeah, you guys saw the video, right? What do you guys think about that? What this guy is saying? He was saying so much more than we was telling you guys. But the part that really gets to me, because I hear this over and over already, is that the fear of black people and how much they talk about us and how much we worry them. We worry them? We should be the one be worrying about them. Because we're the one, we get shot down, everything is happening to us. These people live, they just walk, and they don't have to worry about the police pulling them over, shooting them, killing them, or none of this stuff. But we have to worry about these things. Just like he said, he could go in a French restaurant because of the complexion of him, his skin color. He don't have to worry about a thing. Right? But we have to worry about everything anywhere we go. If you see a black man with a white woman, what they think about us and how they want to take him away. This is what's used to go on, not even just in the 18 or 17 or 16 or 1500s. This was going on in the 40s and the 50s. Look at Emmett Till. They say Emmett Till blinked at a white woman, and look what they did to him. And it's going on to this day. They're finding so much black people being lynched. If some black people get together and having a conversation, like even the Israelites, them out there preaching the word to the other nation, to our nations, they have to be one of these people come there and try to fix it. Why can't we get together and not fight each other? Why can't we be together and don't have to? It could be a peaceful get together with each other. When they're getting together, we don't bother them, right? So I don't understand. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't understand. I understand, because we are so important. We are the people of God. You understand? Even though they have us in the Constitution less than human, and we are more human, because every nation came from us. So that's a big old lie. But, you know, that's the way it is. And we're not being racist or anything. I have white friends. Yes, I do. I have all kinds of nations, friends. We're not the one fighting them. They're fighting us. The evil ones. Because you have some good white folks. You understand? Then you have some terrible ones that's deep down and they can't help it. You know, you want to say anything, Tata? No. Okay, but guys, that's it for today. Leave a comment down in the comment section and I will get back to you guys what you think about this video, right? You have something to say?
Guys, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And remember to have a happy Sabbath.
From our families to yours. Have a happy Sabbath, guys. See you on the next video. All right? I'm going to, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to do another video right now too also. All right? Real quick. All right, you guys. Blessings.